Kate here, mynaturalhappiness.com, creator of the Seeds of Change program, to help you go from hamster wheel to happiness, founder of Shine Your Light Goddess, Shine Your Light Boot Camp, running School of Reiki. So, sending you a big, huge hug. Those who watched Wednesday's video will know that I have been walking my talk and looking after my self-care as I was having ups and downs too. You are not alone. Whew. It's the reason I did the mindfulness course that you can buy and join whenever you like, is because I knew I needed those tools. As this whole year has been a bit strange, and I think I know so many people who just hold it together and hold it together and hold it together, and then when it's done, you're like, oh. So if you're feeling up and down, then go onto my YouTube video channel, go back, look at last week's video, and just reconnect to the fact you're not on your own. Thankfully, I have the tools and techniques, and I am embracing them and doing them. Do I handle everything okay all the time? No. Excuse me, throat chakra. Do I mindfully embrace and practice the tools that I share with people so that I can bring myself out of it? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So, sending a big hug. It seems to be the theme. So I'm so many people I speak to are just like, oh, so yes. So this week's card is so perfect. So perfect. One of the things that I did was on Tuesday, I drove to see my dad, and I got to have that reconnection, and we exchanged Christmas presents. Haven't seen him since October in the flesh, and it was just beautiful. And he happens to live by the sea, so I got to see the sea, and I got to walk along the seafront, which was so beautiful and really, really, really made a difference. It was just such a wonderful day. It happened to be a beautiful day. It was just perfect, absolutely perfect. And this week's card really connects to this. So this week's card is from the Dragon Path Oracle from Caroline Mitchell. Pronouncing is going to be interesting. Oberon, I believe. Reconnect your physical body, get out of your head. I know if anybody watched last Wednesday's, a week ago Wednesday, they'll know that one of the things I suggested was having a mini holiday and changing something about your routine. And a huge part of that was reconnecting to your physical body and getting out of your head. If Oberon has turned up today, it is to reassure you that you can achieve what is required. You may have to dig deep within yourself and maybe do this for the long haul, but you can and will succeed. This striking red dragon's connection is firmly grounded, and in effect it connects to our base chakra. He therefore relates to everything that makes up our physical lives and the world we create for ourselves. Oberon's message is a simple one. Nothing in this world you call home is insurmountable. Nothing is too big to deal with. Get your feet back on the ground. Anchor yourself into your physical reality. Having your head in the clouds will not give you the answers you desire or require. Connect to your base chakra and reconnect to your physical body. Get out of your head into your body. Release your ever tumbling and swirling thoughts. When you are more grounded in this way, you will be better placed to deal with the matters that are demanding your attention. You will then be able to handle them fully and with ease, freeing you to move forward. Your time is best spent tackling whatever is demanding your time. Deal with it totally, and then you will be in a position to move forward. Although Oberon is a tough talking dragon, sometimes you need to hear it as it is. He is a great ally when you need to get a job done and deal with the here and now. Auburn finishes his message with seek the path of least resistance. The more you tussle with a problem, the tighter the noose becomes, eventually strangling the situation. This is so true. This is such a true thing. And sometimes we do have to get out of our heads and take ourselves into action to deal with the situation that is going on around us. And we can overthink so many things. We really, really can. This is so true, so apt on so many points. I'm recording the 8 weeks of mindfulness video week by week so that I do it rather than in one chunk. And last week's video is about mindful walking, getting out of your head and into your body. With this one, getting out of your head and taking in action, there are so many things that we can overthink in life. There is so much that we can do, and so much of it is a story that we tell ourselves. We can't do that because of this. We can't do that because of this. We can't do this because of this situation. And so much of it is our own head stuff, and that's why a huge part of the Seeds of Change program, a huge part of the Seeds of Change program, and the Shine Your Light Goddess Shine Your Light to an extent, but a huge part of the work is about decluttering the obstacles that we place in our heads that aren't real, and we build them up to being such huge, big, scary things. And by decluttering those ingrained beliefs that sometimes have been handed to us for generations, that the mindset, that's the way it is, that's the way it is, that's the way it is, and that can sometimes stop us from actually taking the action that is required to resolve the situation, whether it be to resolve the situation, whether it be to achieve our dreams, wishes and goals, whether it be setting up a business or moving forward in an aspect of your life, whatever it might be. By decluttering that self-limiting belief and then moving forward with action, clear and decisive action, results can happen. They absolutely can happen. I mean, I was one of the first people, well, I think I was, yeah. Up until I went self-employed, I didn't really know anybody that did that in our family. Historically, I think back and I'm like, yeah, okay, there must have been some people somewhere along the way that were self-employed, but I got out of that mindset of that we are working class people and we work for someone else, and that's what we do when we do it until the day we die. And I had to declutter that belief and step into owning my own dream, which was to be self-employed and not beholden to anybody. And so I had to stand up and step up into that belief by releasing those self-limiting beliefs that's what I was taught. That was what I was taught. My dad had, amazing dad, and he worked in an arena where you work for the same company all of your life and you never even change companies. You just work for the same company. And that's what he did from his working age. He worked for the same company. And I remember having to declutter the belief about changing companies the first time that I changed jobs. I think that's kind of moved a little bit now, obviously, I think, not been in the working environment for a long time. And sometimes we have to do that. So this card is so beautiful on so many different levels. I have gone on and gone on a nice little ramble there, haven't I? There you go. Reconnect your physical body, get out of your head. If you have any self-limiting beliefs that you want help decluttering so that you can achieve your dreams, wishes and goals, it's a big part of what we do. So please reach out to me and we'll have a free half-an-hour conversation. Nothing else. Sometimes just voicing your dream can make a massive difference, and that's why I offer it. Please reach out to me. It'd be so lovely to speak to you. In the meantime, sending you a huge hug. I wish you the most beautiful Easter weekend, and I hope you get to reconnect with some of your family members over the weekend. I think a lot of people are planning that, so I hope you get to reconnect with those. Sending you the hugest of hugs with such a big hug of love, with so much love, with so much love. Kate, mynaturalhappiness.com, creator of the Seeds of Change program to help you go from hamster to happiness, founder of Shine Your Light Goddess, Shine Your Light Bootcamp, and Reading School of Reiki. Have an amazing, amazing weekend. Lots of love.